Okay, so today we're going to be learning a little bit about color correction. I'm going to show you how to do these two photos. This one's a little too blue. Is that a Vespa? I love Vespas. And this one is of a lady in a mall. And I think these two are similar. This is again too blue, and this one might have too much yellow. We'll start with the lady in the mall. I'm going to hit copy image, and I'm going to open GIMP. And I'll make a new file. So new, I'll just hit OK, then I'll just hit paste. Okay, and it pastes, obviously this photo is too small. I'm gonna make a new layer, then I'm gonna delete the background so that there's nothing else, and then I'm going to fit canvas to layer. So I got just that. Now, there's a number of features we can try, and I've provided some resources, but I'll show you some quick ones to get started. One, first I should duplicate. So duplicate layer, and that way I'll be able to see what I've done. So I'm going to work in the top one. I'm going to go to color levels. Okay, and we see a range here. This is called a histogram, and we see a black selector, a gray selector, and a white selector. And the channel that we're in is overall, but I can just focus on red, green, and blue. And later on, when we have too much of one color, that'll be important. But for now, I'll just show you just some simple tricks, like I hit this, and if I hit the white selector, then what should be white in this? Now, I've got a debate if I should be using this white or this white up here, but I kind of like it when I use this. So I'm going to click and say this white right there. And then what should be black, I'm going to click this. Okay, I can play around with the sliders a little bit too. Now, what ends up happening a lot of the time, you don't know if you're making it better or worse. So I can use split view. Split view is awesome. Look at that. So what I can say is, like, this is before the effect, this is after. We see that I've already made it way better. I don't know. You could try auto input too. But that's a simple way to make that picture just really stand out. There's other ways. I'm going to show you a second way on different image, because this one is an example when something has too much blue. So let's go back to this. This has too much blue. This took me a little while the first couple times, so you might have to bear with me. Okay, let's add a new layer. Let's again fit canvas to layers. Still want to delete the background, and I still want to duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to go back to color, and I'm going to go to, so this one's harder. Now it's too blue. What I'm going to use in this one, instead I'm going to use levels. Now, actually, I'm going to go color balance. Okay, so I'm going to use color balance. And notice I'm balancing for the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights. So this means the bright parts of the pictures, the gray parts of the pictures, and the dark parts of the pictures. Now, it's too blue. And so you see here, I'm actually going to, you see blue, red, green, blue, and then the opposite is cyan, magenta, and yellow. Notice it's too blue. So I'm going to go for the midterms. I'm going to lower the blue and make it more towards the yellow. And I'm going to take away some of the green too. Okay? And I'll make it a little bit more red. Okay? Now you might look at that and say, oh, that's not that much better. But if you open up the split view, you'll actually see it is quite a bit better. Okay, now that is only for the midtones, and then you can see the grays really pop in here. Now if I go to the highlights and I do the same thing, maybe a little bit of a boost, we can see I'm bringing it out. Okay, now I think I'm going to do with the shadows. The shadows I found are a little harder to do in this picture because the black is a little, okay, so anytime that I'm not happy with it, I can reset the range and get started. I've got the split view to compare, but you can see that I've made that picture infinitely better. I've brought out the color. Okay. Now I can also go with brightness and contrast and hue and saturation. I'll just show you the brightness. So I think this could use a little bit, maybe a little bit of contrast. Okay, so I have them in 2 layers, and we see that was the original picture, and that was the one. So your task is to find the best values and fix these 4 pictures, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's no right or wrong answer here. I'd like to see what you're able to do. And fix a 5th picture of your own. Okay, thank you.